So I had this thought like 5 minutes ago, and I want to capture it live. Because if it works, it's meta breaking. If it doesn't, it sucks. And there we go. But yeah, I think I said in one of the other recordings, Dondozo does not have anything to hit Iron Bundle. Therefore, Iron Bundle will always be Dondozo. And the thought I've just had is, why don't I just give Dondozo the coverage, right? So, Terra Blast can be anything. What's stopping me being an electric Dondozo? Because that will still resist the electric type attacks. Electric has one weakness, that's ground. I'm pretty sure that ground types are covered by +2 Wave Crash. And then electric hits Iron Bundle, right? So this is the moment of truth. Does this Oko Iron Bundle? I am confident it will. And if it does... So you can see here, order up, 2 shots, fine. But then you're getting 2 freeze dries first. So that's going to have chipped you down that something else would have probably KO'd you. Come on. Nice and strong. Obviously, I've not terrored yet. I would call that a KO. So that might be big. So if I can get that to work, I didn't even need like any Rasmodita. Yeah, like even if I had 0, that's still gonna get it. Okay, that might be big. I think the logic's there, right? Like you beat ground with your Wave Crash. What won't you hit? You won't hit grass and you won't hit dragon and you won't. Is that it? Water, water. So that's 1. Water. Water, 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 water. Yeah, grass. Yeah, it's just grass and dragon. So I could have order up to cover for that, because then that would hit it neutrally at least. I did like Earthquake. The problem, like, so I say the problem. The maybe meta breaking thing might be a problem. Because I did like Earthquake. I do like Substitute. I feel like you should probably have Protect if you are having lefties Substitute. So how do I solve that? Because something's got to go. Definitely Wave Crash, definitely Terra Blast. Still keep Earthquake. I still wouldn't hit grass types. I'd hit a Moongus neutrally with Earthquake. Brute Bonnets would beat me. Could I be crazy and do that? Is that crazy? Because I wouldn't... I was just about to say, I wouldn't beat the Dondozas 1v1. Would I not? Because I can Terra Electric them. I have 2 shots if I'm max attack. And if I'm Assault Vest, I don't need the special defense investment. If I were Assault Vest... Then they Earthquake me back. Doesn't do much though, does it? And then Iron Bundle would really turn into a non-issue. Yeah, look at that. Don't need Assault Vest to make that the case. Yeah, that's quite funny. I don't have the Assault Vest used yet, do I? Is that too far? Could just sacrifice grass types and have everything else beat the grass types. But I need Toxic Spikes if I'm Terra Electric, because the idea of Toxic Spikes is purely for Dondozo and Mirror. If I'm Terra Electric, do I need that as much? Especially if I'm Assault Vest. Maybe I'll put that back down and pump that up, because I'm able to. I don't need to hit a lefty's number now as well. I can definitely just go max attack. It might as well just be dumped, right? So this will still be entirely reasonable outside of the Tatsugiri. Okay, so for now, think that Assault Vest is a possibility. Be quite wild. What if I ran the Chesto set and have Rest instead? What would I sacrifice? Earthquake or Order Up? Probably Order Up, right? And I'll just choose not to hit dragons and... Well, I guess Earthquake still technically does, but I'll choose not to hit grass types. So I had been eyeing up Volcarona instead of Iron Moth and Brute Bonnet, and then I just free up something. Let me just see what that would do. What would I be missing here? I'll default to the wide lens one for now. Because this is theoretically able to damage control so that Belly Drum Iron Hands will just not be KO'd and will be able to sweep through. So, be missing a grass type now. Could have a steel and complete the fantasy core as well. My Dondozo hands aren't looking the greatest if I don't have Brute Bonnet as well. I mean, I am Terra Electric now on the Dondozo. Put in this, so it's just now vertical order. What would I be missing? Or what would be useful? I think something else from Mungus, probably. Oh, I could go back Excalibur. Because that's free now. Because the loaded dice is available. I can't go Terra Electric. Because I'd want to Terra Electric this. So it would have to be the Glaive Rush set instead. Can I Oko a Sash Great Tusk? Looks like I will with 5, not with 4. But I can with 5. Well, I can just have the Ice Shard, can't I? And then I definitely follow up with the KO. So I can have the standard set. Where's Icicle Spear? There we go. And Glaive Rush. Thank you, Boiler. Always making the noises at random points. Any other ice types that are reasonable? Mobile isn't terrible. Gives me another fake out for Iron Hands. Could be a Bomber Snow, and then I just Aurora Veil up. I don't think I need that. Could be Glaceon, because I still like Glaceon. What else from Mungus? Flying types. The best flying types are Terra-flying ones, which is quite funny. Not particularly Psychic. Spathra could be funny. Because the leftovers would be free were I to be Assault Vest, so I could go with the Calm Mind stuff. What else? That's not how you spell Psychic. Still like Medicham. Seems a bit pointless with the Iron Hands, though. What else is there? There's... yeah, it's Fire, I already have for Corona. Flying, just looked at. Ice, just looked at. And Psychic, just looked at. Baxcalibur's been successful previously. Like, it's been those four, and then it was Meowscarada and... what was the other thing that was on Naoto's #1 ranked team in Series 1? Can't remember. Thank you, Boiler. Could be Roaring Moon, because that still technically hits him and goes pretty well with Acrobatics. Booster Energy's free. Again, doesn't particularly help with opposing Dondozos that much. I do need to keep in mind I am Terra Electric now. So because the booster energy is free, let's just have a look at these ones. Kind of meh. And then Iron. Jugulus wouldn't be the worst thing. No, Air Slash is quite weak. I'd probably still prefer Roaring Moon. Do I need Tailwind at all? No, I don't think so. I think I can get away with the Dragon Dance. Yeah, with what I have, I don't feel the need for Tailwind. Should there still be leftovers? I guess if that's hitting grass pretty well, that's hitting grass pretty well. That's fine, except for a Mungus, but then I Terra Grass and I'm still okay. That does well against grass enough, and that does well enough. So that wouldn't be the worst thing. I'll have to change the EV spread again. Just go back to my bulky one for now. Although that was a lefties one, so not as necessary. Let's actually see what Dondozo should be where it's not Assault Vest. So I need to KO with either Wave Crash or Terra Electric. Probably Terra Electric. Opposing Dondozo, factoring in their lefties. Terra Electric. Well, I'd definitely win the 1v1 if they're Terra Dragon. That's less common now. But if they're Terra Dragon, I do lose. But then my Flutter Mane becomes an answer. Technically, so does my Tatsugiri, if they do manage to break through my Dondozo. No, they wouldn't be able to, because I'll be the rest of Chesto, so then... And if they were Terra Dragon and I was Assault Vest, then I'd still be okay, theoretically. So, yeah. Terra Electric. I want to KO, factoring in leftovers. Let's make sure Earthquake needs to be able to break a substitute in order for me to win the 1v1. With the investment I had previously, that should still do it. Yeah, it would. So I think that my spread is still okay. Oh yeah, and then they need to... 3-shotting me would be very nice, but then they're going to... No rest, yeah, they don't anyway. Or Adamant, actually. No, that's... Can I turn that into a reasonable 3-hit KO? Or 4-hit KO, I should say. I mean, with my bulk, it does. So I'm going to stick with the same EV spread, so I don't feel the need to change it. That's pretty sweet. Because then if they 3-shot with Earthquake, then I'll be able to rest. Because I underspeed, because I've sacrificed some speed, because I don't need it in the Dondozo mirror. Because then the 3 Earthquakes won't KO me, and I'll just be able to rest. So that should be okay. The other thing I've been eyeing up, I'll just mention as well, because when I was just looking at Toxic Spikes, instead of Brute Bonnet, it could be Toadscruel. And then the Toadscruel could be Earth Power, Spore, Rage Powder, and Toxic Spikes. Which seems a bit weird, but it would purely be for the Dondozo mirror. Would not be the worst thing. Especially because I have a Dark type now with the Roaring Moon. It would keep Redirection, it would keep Spore at least. It's noticeably not as bulky as Brute Bonnet, because Brute Bonnet's what? Or at least I would match the Brute Bonnet on the special bulk, but then I'd have... What's that? 26 less HP? And even if I was bold max... Actually, that's... It's only a bit. It's only a bit. So that's worth considering as well. Does Brute Bonnet get toxic? I don't think so, right? I guess Clear Smog. If I was going with that, I'd just have Clear Smog. But I don't think there's space. Like if I had Brute Bonnet on this team, I would have bullet seed. No, I wouldn't. No, the loaded dice is free because I don't have Excalibur. Yeah, bullet seed, sucker punch, spore, and rage pad is like my go-to. So I think I will likely default to this for now. See if I remember what my EV spread was. Because I didn't think I needed much speed. I preferred the bulk. Pretty sure it was that with modest. So water. Where is my wrong moon? Oh, that's the one I was looking at. Just eyeing this up now. Is it worth having the pure support Roaring Moon as well? Because like I said, I don't feel the need for Tailwind. What if it were the Breaking Swipe, which needs to go up there, Snarl, and I could have Roost. That's something to think about as well, because that's a lot of damage reduction there that would help out the Iron Hands. This isn't permanent, the Will-O-Wisp is. I only have one protect if I'm doing that. Alright, I think I'll pause here and have another think. So things to think about is, should this be Assault Vest? Like, is that reasonable to do? Because it would do well against most things except for Dondo's and Mirror. Should this just be the offensive one with Dragon Dance? Should it be the supportive one? Should this be a Toadscrawl? Because I think the rest are sorted. Like, I'm pretty happy with the Fluttermane, and I'm pretty confident I want Modest. Happy with the Iron Hands. Happy with the Tatsugiri. Maybe I go Hydro Pump over one of them. But, yeah, Terra Electric Dondozo. Is that going to be the meta breaker?